seconds and counting.
Okay, what's good, guys? It's Essam here, back in another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Houston Texans. And it's going to be a post-game video for the Texans vs Jags game that was played earlier today. And from a fan perspective, the first thing I'm going to say, that was a very fun game to watch. Probably the most fun I've had watching a game since probably 2020, honestly. I mean, I haven't had this much enjoyment. I haven't had this much excitement. I haven't been this hyped over a game, like the outcome of a game and the plays and whatnot, since probably like 2021 when we had a decent quarterback at the time. And I mean, Stroud, first off, Stroud was phenomenal. 20 of 30, 280 total passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, 0 fumbles lost, 0 interceptions, 0 of all of that. And he also didn't take any sacks, which is something that I feel like he improved on. There's a couple of times that the offensive line did kind of give up, or not give up, but like let a little bit of pressure get in at times, and plays that looked like would have been a sack, maybe like last week or against the Ravens, where CJ Stroud probably would have taken a sack, but instead he did the smart thing, kind of threw it away, didn't take unnecessary risks. There was one throw that I do quite remember. He threw, I think he was trying to get it to Robert Woods. Devin Lloyd jumped up, he tipped it. That could have been a pretty costly turnover, pretty costly interception. I mean, that was all on Stroud right there. Devin Lloyd was standing right there. Would have been an easy interception, or should have been an easy interception for Devin Lloyd, but CJ Stroud got away with that one. But outside of that, he played a very clean game. No turnovers, no really errors, really. Smart throws, found the guys that were open, was sharp, was precise. This is probably CJ Stroud's cleanest game as of yet. I mean, this is only his third game, but as of yet, it's his third game. And what I like is he's getting better each and every game. You can see the differences from the Ravens to the Colts to today. And, I mean, that's very good to see. We ran over the Jaguars pretty much today in the first half. It was 17-0 at halftime. So, I mean, we kind of ran them over. Did get a little bit close there, like in the third quarter. But we were able to get a kick return touchdown, Andrew Beck, which was insane. I mean, at first, when Andrew Beck caught it, I was like, oh, no, it's going to happen. And he fumbled. He, drops it at first, and then I was like, oh, no, this is going to end up bad. He should just fall on it. He'd be lucky to get an extra 5 yards. But no, instead he takes it all the way. I think it was like a, 92-yard return, something like that, I want to say. He ran the fastest for a fullback. It was a recorded stat. He was the fastest fullback since 2016 on that run. I think he had a top speed of 20.68 miles per hour, which is insane for a fullback. I mean, that's insane for most NFL players as it is, for like your average NFL player, and especially for a fullback. Offensively, we were efficient, didn't have any sacks, didn't have any turnovers. Running game, now that's where it was kind of bad. I mean, Dameon Pierce, he had his moments. He had a couple of runs that were nice. But again, the offensive line, in terms of the run game, I don't want to say they were horrible, but they were not good at all. We got very minimal push for Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. I mean, I guess it's kind of expected at this point when you have 4 of your 5 offensive starters out. So they should be coming back within the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. They should be all back, healthy, ready to go, outside of Kenyon Green, of course. Hopefully we'll see that improve. I think that's one aspect of the game that we really need to improve on, is the run game. But I think it's good that the team has realized that they're a pass-first team. At least to this point they are. Bobby Sloak, it seems like he's slowly starting to realize that. He's starting to move into a pass-heavy, pass-first type of team. And when you have a quarterback like CJ Stroud, who's as efficient, who's as careful with the ball, and can still put the ball anywhere you want him to, I feel like when you have that type of quarterback, you can be a pass-heavy team. Well, especially when your run game clearly isn't working. When you're running back one, Dameon Pierce is averaging 2.2 yards per carry because the offensive line just can't create enough push. I feel like should be the obvious thing to go into a pass-heavy team or a pass-heavy offense. But yeah, the run game, again, it was pretty abysmal. It was an abysmal running game. Tank Dell, he had 5 catches, 145 yards, 29 yards per catch with a touchdown. He was great today. He looked more like a safety. He looked more like a Robert Woods type of guy. Like he was that safety blanket. I mean, outside of the long touchdown, on his other 4 catches, on his other 4 grabs, he was kind of like that safety blanket. He was there for CJ Stroud. Number 1 was a quick little slant. One was a quick out. He's like that safety blanket for CJ Stroud, kind of like usually what Robert Woods would be. Tank Dell is our leading receiver. Robert Woods had 3 catches for 34 yards. Nico Collins had 2 for 34. Pierce had 3 for 28. That's pretty encouraging to see. I think Dameon Pierce getting a little bit more involved in the passing game. 30 yards is a pretty good chunk for a running back, I feel like. John Mechie, he had 2 catches today for 13 yards on one of his catches. It was like a screen, like a little screen type of thing. Or no, it wasn't like a screen. It was he was in the flat. CJ Stroud just threw it to him in the flat. And he put his shoulder down on a guy, and that was pretty energizing to see. John Mechie just laid the shoulder out on somebody, and he made it was a pretty impactful play. I think he got the first down on that play. So John Mechie, for the limited snaps that he did play, he did make an impact. He was mainly out there on running plays. He was mainly used as a blocker, which, I mean, I guess is okay. Still trying to get him acclimated into the offense and whatnot. A little disappointed. I thought we would see Nico Collins a little bit more involved, but it's absolutely okay. We still got the win. We still won by a big margin. Tank Dell was great. Brevin Jordan, he had a touchdown, kind of surprising. But one last thing about the offense, I feel like we need to get Dalton Schultz far more involved. He only had 1 catch for 9 yards, and he's a much better player than that. I mean, in Dallas, we saw him get, I think close to 1,000 for almost every season he was there. I'm pretty sure he was close to 1,000, like 800 yards around that range for every season he was there almost. And I don't even think he has close to maybe 60 yards in the season yet, which is pretty kind of crazy considering the amount of talent that he has. I feel like we definitely need to get him more involved. But I think he needs to do his part too. I just don't think he's getting as open. And again, we're probably not putting him on the best possible routes for him to get open. But let's talk about the defense now. The defense, they did their job. Sack wise, I do not think we got any sacks. No, we did not get any sacks on Trevor Lawrence, but we did get a lot of pressure in him. There's a lot of pressure in his face. That was very good to see. Will Anderson, he was there on a couple plays. Jonathan Grenard, he was there on a couple plays. Sheldon Rankins lit him up one time after he got rid of the ball. There was a lot of pressure on Trevor Lawrence pretty much all day. But we made it a very tough day for him. He threw an interception today to Eric Murray, I believe. No. To Blake Cashman. It was Blake Cashman, yeah. Blake Cashman got an interception off of Trevor Lawrence today. That was good to see. Who was the guy that recovered the fumble? Eric Murray, I think. Eric Murray caused the fumble. I don't remember who picked it up, but Eric Murray caused the fumble today. That was great to see. Our defense was flying around today. You could definitely see the effect that DeMeco Ryans has had on this defense and team already. Very good to see. Steven Nelson, he held his own against the mix of Calvin Ridley, the mix of Christian Kirk, the mix of Evan Ingram. He had a pretty good game. He had one for sure pass breakup that I remember. Outside of that, I don't know if he had any more pass breakups, but he was pretty sticky in coverage. Will Anderson, he was good. He had a couple of tackles in the run game. And, of course, the blocked field goal. That was pretty huge in the game, I feel like, because, I mean, they would have gotten another 3 points, would have had more momentum on that side, and that completely flipped the momentum when he blocked that field goal. Got us some more points. That was just a whole momentum switch type of thing. I feel like, I don't want to say that play single-handedly won us the game because of the momentum, but it was a pretty big part of the game today and why we won, I think. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. Henry To'oTo'o, he had 9 total tackles, 6 solo tackles, 4 assist tackles. 9 total tackles as a rookie. He had 1 pass defense. He was great today. I don't want to say great, but in terms, I guess you can say great. For a rookie, he was great today. But he did have a couple of things here and there. He wasn't always there in coverage. He wasn't awesome, but in terms of a rookie, especially being a 5th-round rookie at that, I think he was pretty great. He was smart. He had his IQ out there on the field. Pretty good day for him. Jonathan Grenard, 3 tackles. Christian Harris, 3 tackles. I don't think nothing much more too notable about this game. CJ Stroud, great. Tank Dell, great. Running game needs to get better. Bobby Slowick, for the most part, pretty solid play calling. I feel like could get a little bit better, of course, but he's still a rookie. He's still a rookie play caller. Just getting his 3rd game this past game, so we're just gonna be seeing more improvement from him. Defensively, great. We were there. We got a turnover. We got 2 turnovers. No sacks, which is something I want to see more of. But Pressure, we were there. We just couldn't get the sack. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if y'all guys have anything more to add. What are y'all's thoughts on the game? But it's been Clutch City Entertainment, and I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.